couple of things that you must overcome to cleanly execute stuffing this particular dunk, or let's just compare this to a panda dunk.
Incredible power awaits you. Power beyond anything you can imagine.
So this is what you would normally see in a regular dunk, where there is no stitching involved in the actual body of the tongue. So you're free to unstuff it, stuff it, restuff it, unstuff it again, however many times you choose. But to stuff this HUF, you have to do a couple of things to make it look clean. And like I said, I did consult with two different Cruz and Giuliano. So as you can see, there are 3 lines of threading, 1, 2, 3, that you have to undo, and every line serves a purpose. This first line of threading holds this front part of the Nike tag in place. The second line of threading is reflecting this part of the stitching, and then you can assume that this last one right here is the bottom part of this stitching. The second hurdle is now, after undoing all of that stitching, what's gonna happen? The Nike tag will naturally fall off. And then the third problem is which direction are you gonna stuff from? Are you stuffing from the bottom? Are you stuffing from the top? Are you stuffing from the back? The back part is how Giuliano does it, according to him. And I'm assuming Cruz sticks from the bottom or the top. Either way, what I would do personally myself after undoing all of this stitching, and you can purchase a tool to actually do this correctly. You can buy it at Joann's, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby, those type of places. Where I would come from if I were to stuff this dunk is, once this tag is off, I would undo this piping that's underneath this tag. So like the piping right here, basically, the piping in this space, if it wants, so the piping that's in this space right here, I would undo the stitching there and use that space basically to put the polyfill or the foam, whatever your choice is. That's what I would do. But before that, I would deal with the issue of replacing the tag. Replacing meaning I'm attaching it or reattaching the tag, because this is 2 panels. You have the front panel, which is white, and then the back panel, which is mesh. So once you remove all the stitching, the panels obviously will be able to separate. So it's easier to stitch this cleanly before you stuff it, because once you fill it with something, it's going to be difficult for you to track the thread, track the needle through all of this stuffing. So my suggestion, if I were to do it, is I would pop this guy open and sew it very tightly as I could possibly, as possibly as I could in this space right here. Right, so before you stuff, make sure you begin this process. And obviously it's just gonna have to hang over. And once you're finished stuffing, basically stitch this back together right here, this piping. I would stitch this back together and hide it. I wouldn't go back and stitch this like this. It just doesn't make sense. It's like work that's not gonna be seen by anybody. It's just gonna be you and I's secret donut that you didn't do it. Like it'll just be our secret that you didn't do it, okay? Well, I will probably do a couple passes of thread like right here, just to hold it in place. I don't know, maybe like 5 on each side. Boom, 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 boom.
Everybody happy, everybody's cool.
You know, I would invest all your time and sewing energy into this front part. That's what I would do. And you know, if you're not that good with needlework, I would probably suggest using, again, a clear thread is the way to go. Clear thread is the way to go, because this is what all the homies is gonna see. They will not see this, okay? So good luck. That's what I would do. Long story, very long.